Hello, hello, everybody. I'm so excited. I have another client interview today. This is my second client interview. And today we have Renee Dominguez from Empowered Leadership. And I'm so excited because this is I love this hub. This hub is going to blow you away. It's beautiful, it's interesting, and most of all, I love the concept and the idea of what Renee is doing, which she's going to tell you about right now. So, Renee, take it over. Tell us who you are, who you serve, what you do.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you, Michelle, for that intro. I'm so happy to be here. As she said, I am Renee Dominguez. I'm the founder and CEO of Empowered Leadership, and I work with high-performing women either in their career or in their business, claim their seat at the table and become that high performer, high-achieving, badass woman that they are meant to be.
I love it. That's one of the reasons why I love working with you, because I believe in all that 150%.
Yay! Awesome. So do you want me to go ahead and start sharing my screen?
Yeah, well, first of all, so tell
Okay.
me a little bit about how you got started, and
Yes.
like a little bit about what you're offering to people,
Okay.
and how you kind of came to find Searchie, and just a little quick bit on that.
Yeah, awesome. So the Cliff Note version of how I got started was I spent 20 plus years in the corporate world and realized that I did hit the glass ceiling that I did not think applied to me because I had all the right jobs. I hit all the check boxes, went to the right school, had the right degrees, had the right background, and yet I still had that glass ceiling and I did not have a hammer or a shovel, something to shatter it with. So as I shared my story with other badass women, they raised their hands saying, me too. I'm in a male dominant industry and there's no one talking to us, no one empowering us with the tools, tips, techniques on how do we shatter that glass ceiling? How do we claim our voice? How do we claim our seat at the table? And if there's no more seats available, how do we create a bigger table? So that is how I got started because women were looking to me for the resource. I was looking behind me thinking that they were talking to someone else, but they were talking to me. So things came to, as soon as I said, okay, university win, so many women kept saying this to me. I started my business and it has been nonstop ever since. And I've been following Stu McLaren. And for some time now, I was pondering on the thought of starting a membership. So I'm like, well, who is the membership king? Let me follow what he's doing. So I just got myself embedded into that community. And then Searchie was there. So I'm like, oh, I love being on the cutting edge of new technology, of a new way of doing business. How do we be different? I'm trying to always separate and differentiate myself in my business. This is a great platform to do it on. And the community, just like you, Michelle, is top notch. Everyone is so excited to learn, to support each other and figure it all out together in a community environment. So that's what I really love about Searchie. And I learned Searchie, but as I'm growing my business, I'm like, I knew when to raise my hand and say, I need support. I need help with making this equally as amazing as I know it can be, that mirrors how I show up in my business.
Awesome. Okay, so let's hop in and take a look around your hub and show us.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen
Yep.
right now, which is awesome.
Yes,
So
there we go.
as I said, I raised my hand knowing I needed help and I needed support with building out my Searchie. And this is how Michelle and I came into contact with each other. So I wanted it to be multi-layers. I did not know how to do that. I could have figured it out, but it would have taken me a lot longer. Why not go to someone who already knows how to do it and fast track the process for me so I can continue building up my business? So here it is. She really took the time to really get to know me. And she created a brand that mirrors and reflects my business. So I'm really happy about that. So this is called the Yes Lab. This is my new membership platform that you are all getting a sneak peek into. So pretty exciting about it. Again, we have, all the areas that need to be on a membership site here. It's broken out to different brand pillars on how I wanted my structure to be. And what I really like about what Searchie's able to do and what Michelle was able to really pick up on what I was wanting was having it multi-layers as I was talking about. So an example, again, look at how awesome that is. And one of my courses is unshakable self-confidence. So let's take a look. Let's dive into it. And look what she did. Look at right on top, PowerPoint manuals. You don't have to go hunting for them. They're right there. Lessons all broken down. Again, look at, we're in the second tier now of this. And now we go into the third tier, which is what I wanted, that I could not figure it out on my own. And look at how beautiful, how easy, how seamless this is. And if I have to say, it's visually pleasing as well. And that was what was really important to me, is it was easy to read. Again, lesson 1. And once they're done, look at, they just go back. And let's go back. There we go. And then they can go into lesson 2.
Yep.
So I really like this, the ease, the simplicity of it.
One of the things that was really important, if you go into lesson 2, this is a really great example too, because you have like a self-assessment, and then, which is just, it's not really an assessment. It's just a way for them to like get to thinking about the topic. It's not really an assessment. It's just like, hey,
it's
we're
like,
gonna get started thinking about this, right? And
then look at this part. Talk about that.
Yeah, and then you've got documents, and again, it's not like overload. It's just like place for them to write their notes and a worksheet. And sometimes the handout is just like, it's just a poem, or it's not. It could be really overwhelming. It's not a case study. It's just like, oh, hey, something for us to think about. And then you go into all of that inside of your lesson, which is the video that's there. And then the assessment at the end, which is this like third thing here, is always just a, hey, again, did you capture all the key ideas? It's not like a test or anything. It's just like, are you getting everything that we talked about? That's all. And it's just, again, I mean, we wanted to make sure that like everything was right here. It didn't have to be overcomplicated.
And they don't have to go looking for it everywhere. And I like that. So let's just show them like how you set it up. So go straight into the video and look at, I mean, how awesome is that?
And there's you.
And then there I am at the coffee shop, my virtual background coffee shop.
Yeah. So we have that structure for pretty much for every lesson, and straight down. Oh, and then the other thing that I love too, if you want to go back to the primary lesson page, down at the bottom, we created this binge. So if like somebody wants to come in and just watch the lessons without getting all the handouts and stuff, they could, or maybe they finished and they just want to go back and just binge watch. I was like, oh, they could just come here and watch all the videos, So
it's streamline it. It's just a win-win. Look at, and I didn't even know you could do that in Searchie. Hence why I raised my hand saying, I need to work with someone who knows how to do this. And she just blew my mind. Michelle, you blew my mind.
Well, thank you. I mean, this is what we can do when we all come together, right?
Yeah.
You had, one of the things that I loved was that you had all your videos done, and just, and you had a clear idea of what your brand was, which made creating all of this stuff super easy. So I was able to bam, get all of the art done for you, because you really had a clear vision for where you wanted to go, which makes doing all this really easy. When you have a clear idea of where you want to go and what it is you want to say. So it makes that part really easy.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times people think that, again, they have to have this done. So if you want to go down to the bottom to get back to the learning mastery page. Go back there to this leadership mastery page. I think so many times, go back to leadership mastery there, people think that like, oh, I have to have everything done. You don't. Look at this. We say coming soon, right?
Yeah.
One of the things is you're cranking out some major content right now. You are, I don't know, I think you don't sleep. But what I love is that you're not waiting. You're just like, okay, it's okay to tell people it's coming soon. Let's just go ahead and get it out, right?
Yeah. And I mean, how awesome is that? So they're great placeholders, and I know what's next, and we already have now the formula, right? It's just about, what's that new feature in Searchie? Duplicate.
Right. You and I met last week, so I can show you what duplicate is all about. So you're like, oh yeah, baby. Now I can just copy everything Michelle did and Done. Yeah. Yeah. So you're loving that feature. Yeah.
I think we all are. And if you don't know about it, find out.
Right. 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 So what advice do you have for somebody who is just getting started in searching?
Yeah. Get involved in the community. Everyone is so helpful, including Michelle. There's so many people who are doing amazing things. They give so many great examples. They share, we get to go behind the curtain and they share on like what they did, how they did it. And they're more than willing to answer questions. So get involved. And if you are like, this is really great, I have a baseline of an idea of how this works, but I want to get this streamlined. I want to button it up and I want to do it faster than it would be me doing it myself. There's so many great resources. Michelle was one of them, and I'm all about empowering other women. So I was more than happy to work with another amazing, awesome entrepreneur who is doing her part, not just to help us, but she's very passionate about what she's doing. And she over delivered in ways that I just was like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe you're like this, helping me so much in the way that she was doing. And it really just helps not just my brand, but it just helps the community because we all get to learn from each other as well. So my advice is get involved. You cannot learn when you stand on the sidelines. You have to be a participant. So start participating.
Great. So, I mean, obviously we're seeing some of the stuff that you have coming. If you want to go back to that main page, obviously, you've got your leadership mastery and tell us about some of the things that you have coming up. What's coming up in your business that you want to tell our audience about? Tell us.
Yes.
You've got so much going on. It's so exciting.
Thank you. So what's coming up is inside Leadership Mastery. I have Personal Mastery. So we are working together on creating another program, which is developing unapologetic self-awareness. And I'm really excited about that, as well as I'm creating a 10-week new program that's really about fast tracking. It's called Extraordinary You, and it's just about fast tracking where I'm at today, where I want to go tomorrow, but what are the fundamentals that I need? So many of us, we're so excited to start our business. We're so excited to reach that next level that we bypass the necessary steps we need for longevity. Can you have quick wins? Absolutely. But is there longevity behind them? No. So this is about giving you that foundation that's solid. So then you are limitless to your potential and you have the support to lift you up and keep you up.
Wonderful. I love it. Love it. And so how can people get in touch with you if they're interested in your membership?
I mean, I think the easiest and fun, go to IG, go to Instagram, Empowered Coach, @Empowered Coach. That's the easiest way. And I have so much fun on Instagram. And if someone really wanted to reach out to me, you can email me, Renee @empoweredleadher.com. But just go to IG. Instagram's fun. Empowered Coach.
Okay, great. Okay, any last words or anything you want to say as we close it out? Anything?
Yeah, for the Searchie community, if you ever feel frustrated, don't give up. There's so many people like Michelle who's out there, who's available. Michelle has a passion for this. This is like her love language, and this is her way of also giving back to us. So it's definitely, if you want to work with people who are just as passionate as you, Michelle is definitely one of those people, and I cannot recommend her enough. Like, she's just part of my community, part of my tribe, whether she knows it or not. She's in it.
Yeah, well, and I think that, one of the reasons why I love showing this sort of stuff is so that we can all feel empowered. Whether you don't have to have me, I mean, just showing what's possible in Searchie.
Yes.
These videos, they go up on the Searchie success page and everybody gets to learn. That's the whole point of Searchie success, is that, you can hire me, but you don't have to. We have, like you said, we have each other, and we can all see what's possible with Searchie, and we can all learn and grow and share tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff. And it's such a powerful tool, and there's so many things that you can do with it. So,
and it keeps getting better, right? Because they're always improving.
Yes. Every day, something new coming out. And I just want for people to feel empowered and to share the success and to share the successful stories, so that we can all learn and grow and, feed off of each other's energy to create more and wonderful and amazing things. So
Absolutely. I'm with you.
That's what it's all about. So thank you so much. So, and I will share in the, when we post the interview, your contact information so that people can get in touch with you if they're interested. So, but thank you for sharing your.
Yes. Thank you for having me. And thank you for
time.
supporting me in my business and my dream. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Okay. Everybody, thank you. Just get going. As Renee said, get involved in the community and create your Searchie success. And I can't wait to see it. And please be in touch if you want to share your own story, share your own Searchie success. It doesn't matter whether it's a hub, whether it's a playlist, whether it's embedding a widget, it doesn't matter. Just get in touch with me. I would love to hear and share your Searchie success with everybody and just get going. See everybody soon. Thank you so much.